Gillette the best a man can get? Or is it? Gillette faces backlash and boycott over Me Too advert. So Gillette uploaded a short film called We Believe the Best Men Can Be. And it's safe to say that a lot of people didn't like this video. It's right now sitting on 52,000 dislikes and only 8,000 likes, 8.5. I really appreciate the Guardian's title on this. It doesn't show any bias at all. Gillette's #MeToo ad on toxic masculinity gets praise and abuse. That seems like such a fair assessment, you know? No, it doesn't. I like how they didn't call it criticism. It's just abuse. Everyone that dislikes this video, abuse. This poor brand, this poor Gillette multi-million-dollar brand is getting abuse. Is it a billion-dollar brand? It wouldn't surprise me. Abuse. People are criticizing it. Jesus Christ. They're so desperate in the comments as well, deleting a bunch of comments from the video. They even pinned a comment saying, best commercial ever. Oh my god. Best commercial ever. Just give up, Gillette. You made a video. Okay, let's go through it.
Bullying.
The Me Too.
It hasn't even started, and the first thing, bullying. Hey, did you guys know? Only men bully. That's the only thing that happens.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual harassment.
Masculinity.
Toxic masculinity, everyone. God damn it, guys. No one likes men's anymore. And we have a heavily man-oriented brand. We're gonna have to rebrand the whole thing as man. Toxic masculinity, everyone. Who doesn't like to have their moral compass defined to them by a shaving company? Maybe I shouldn't be such a to women. You know, that Gillette ad really swayed my mind on things. It really opened my eyes to the issues. Oh, look, they're bullying. Guys bully. Did you know that guys bully people?
We can't hide from it.
Sexual harassment
Women never bully anyone.
is taking over.
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy?
What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
Boys can't fight each other. Boys can't wrestle with each other.
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men.
Men need to hold other men accountable.
Smile, sweetie. Come on.
I don't understand. What is the context here? Maybe I'm part of the problem. I don't get what the issue here is. So they're filming something and he's saying, smile, sweetie. And this guy is like, yeah, yeah. Come on, man. What's the context?
Right thing.
Are we just going to assume that
To act
what is
the
happening?
Right way.
Bro, not cool. Not cool.
Not cool, man. Never approach a woman. Not cool, man.
The right way.
Bro.
Yeah. Not cool, man. This guy is like, dude, how could he? How dare you?
In ways big
Yo, men. We're acting like we gonna shake it.
and small.
I am strong.
But some is not enough.
It's not how we treat each other, okay?
God damn it, so stupid.
Because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow.
Watching this video, it doesn't piss me off. I don't really care that much. I just think it's cringeworthy. That's what it is. Why is Gillette trying to tell me, or everyone, that guys are a problem? And literally putting all guys that are problematic in the same category? Why not focus on something positive instead? A positive example. Showcase men that actually do something good. If you want to have an inspiring message instead of something that says, shame on everyone. You know, at the end of the day, Gillette's goal is to sell products. You know their motivation behind this video was to do exactly just that. That doesn't mean that's necessarily is bad, but at the same time, again, it's so cringy that they're trying to put up this message to sell more products. It blows my mind that they thought this was an actual good idea. There's a lot of constructive comments in there. Someone actually commented, my wife's son loved this. Thank you. Happy to hear you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. Is that real? Oh, that's great.
About this new Gillette ad. And to kind of summarize the ad, it's Gillette moving from their standard slogan of the best a man can get and pivoting it to the best men can be. And one of the ways they promoted this video online was with the caption, "Boys will be boys? Isn't it time we stopped excusing bad behavior? Rethink and take action by joining us at thebestmencanbe.org." And among the things that the ad tries to touch on, you have bullying, fighting not making you strong, sexual assault, objectification of women, catcalling. As you get further into the video, you see other men intervening to stop bad behavior, whether it be with children or their friends. And part of the closing reads, "It's only by challenging ourselves to do more that we can get closer to our best." And this ad was met with mixed responses. It's some like Micah McKinnon saying, "Once again, I'm very much okay with the shift in cultural standards. Be a good human is getting ever more commercially viable." Some like this user's post that just blew up, saying, "This is how you use your brand. This is how you engage with your audience." Gillette being aware of mostly having a male audience and using their influence as a global brand to make a change for the better. Other companies take notes. But then, on the other side of this, you had a completely different reaction with many people taking offense or being incredibly bothered by this ad. You had the likes of Piers Morgan tweeting, "I've used Gillette razors my entire adult life, but this absurd virtue signaling PC guff may drive me away to a company less eager to fuel the current pathetic global assault on masculinity. Let boys be damn boys, let men be damn men." And others also seem to take this as kind of an assault on men, like not just some, but just men in general. Godsod tweeting, "It is grotesque to repeatedly ascribe collective guilt onto half of humanity known as men. Being a man is not a disease nor a pathology." Chuck Woolery tweeting, "I'd like to thank Gillette for reminding me how horrible it is to be man. This should sit well with your customers, not." And there are more and more examples if you just search Gillette on pretty much any social media platform right now. And as far as my response to it, I watched the full ad, which I'll link to down below. And watching it, I'm kind of surprised that it became this big of a deal. I mean, while watching the video down, I could see it as being preachy, being a part of what I personally refer to as wokenomics, right? Essentially the monetization and some would argue exploitation of acting woke as a company to get more products sold. But I don't personally see this as an attack on all men. And the range of replies was really interesting. I was scrolling through the comments and you had people screaming things like, "I have men in my family that served this country. How dare you?" And I was just reading this like, who is attacking them? Were they bullying? Were they catcalling? Were they sexually harassing someone? No, doesn't seem like it's about them. And understand, in this moment, I'm not like, yeah, Gillette, get them. But I personally just saw this as masculinity can be seen as a different thing, right? Being seen as a father who instills respect in their child. Someone that's not, to kind of go into specifics, someone that's not like a Piers Morgan, right? You got Piers Morgan out here just randomly attacking women because they're showing their bodies on Instagram, going after Daniel Craig because he's carrying his baby a certain way. You have this guy that's trying to shame this father that's taking care of his kid because he's doing it in a way that some people might see as feminine. Like that's for me personally something I see as general insecure douchebaggery. Other people might refer to that as toxic masculinity. But also understand that up to this point, this is me kind of just talking about the general outrage we have seen around this specific situation. Now, as far as making fun of this situation, I say go for it. The fact that we have a razor company trying to instill values into our culture. For example, this morning you had the likes of Ricky Gervais tweeting, "I used to love beating up kids at barbecues. Now I realize that is wrong. Also, my balls have never been smoother. Thanks, Gillette." And people took that as him being against the ad, to which he responded, "Not against it at all. Should I only joke about things I'm against?" Right, because it is a little bit funny. It's like if McDonald's put out an ad and it was like, "Don't hit your kids," and you're like, what? I was just here for the burgers. What do you want about? But I also think this points out kind of a different type of consumer on both parts. You have a lot of consumers that just want the product to be the product. Just, if you're a razor company, just give me razors. Whereas more and more you have a lot of consumers, especially with young people, that they like when a brand stands for something. But then also with a part of this group you need to understand are people that are like, yeah, I like when a company stands for something, but what they're really saying is I like when a company stands for something that I also agree with. It's kind of like with how on my show, a lot of people are like, "Phil, I love the way you tell it like it is." But with around 30% of that group, what they're saying is, "I like when you say it like it is with something that I agree with." Not all, and I would even say a majority of the audience isn't like that, especially the people that have been with me for a while and my opinions have evolved. But hey, that was the story, my personal takeaway, and of course it passed the question off to you. What are your thoughts around this?